Nobody should be guilt tripped for not giving. What if the person doesn't have? Okay. One day I had a very scary encounter about giving. One of my friends was going to get married. So he came around. I said, you know what? I was to be his best man. So I said, don't worry about the suit. I'll just buy it. He said, wow, thank you for that. I said, well, welcome. So don't worry, this just take care of that. You don't worry, just buy that and all that. Then he just give me another budget again. I said, I'm not the only one in your cycle of friends. Let's tell the rest. So everybody can come together and give. I said, particularly this person. That person doesn't like to give. I've studied him since we were on campus. One time he was cooking rice. I was coming to his room. He covered the pot with duvet. I saw it. So I said, this guy is this. Then he said a statement. He said, you know, amongst our friends, you are the only one that God has lifted. If I go with this mentality, you will kill me. I am not giving because I have. I am giving because I have a heart. And sometimes many people who are receiving don't know that this person has his own problems. He just has a heart. Okay? And sometimes when you give to people, the only thing they owe you is thanks. TNX. Very demonic way to respond. Or you give to people and they use it against you and say you are trying to use your money to control me. Where Ebola to Jazzy? Why? Okay? But never shut your bowels of compassion because you give to wrong people. Is that okay now? There's a balance. Somebody say there's a balance. Somebody say there's a balance. Now, I think another reason why this subject is so important is because the year is ending. Many of you don't have savings. You don't. You know you don't. You and I know that you don't. If your house rent, if your landlord should say you are getting out of the house now, and we're going to refund what you have used in the house, you know you don't have more to add to get a new house. You and I know that you don't. Your salary increased this year compared to last year, but your poverty rate is still the same thing. You didn't grow. Tyler Perry said when he began to break through financially, the first year he made $130,000. So at the end of the year, he was broke. Then the second year, he moved up and made $2.8 million. At the end of the year, he was broke. Then again, the third year, he made about $6 million. At the end of the year, he was still broke. Look, some kind of problem knows when money enters your hand. And that's why you have to plan yourself. I know you have discovered that the moment small money start entering, that's when some uncles who you don't even know exist. In the days that things were dry, that street was running you, you will reach out to them. They always have ready-made story. Suddenly, in fact, one time a family member called me and was talking about my own is that if you want to ask me for money, ask on time. You can't take the money and take my time. Don't use 1 hour to explain. I don't like it. The time is more expensive. So it took my time. Several times I will press mute on mute, and I'm talking mute on. So he can, but the man is very patient. And that was bad for me. So he was reporting his son who is into Yahoo, blah, blah, blah. The boy, I knew where this matter is going is that you want to collect money, no problem. So, but I was surprised that after collecting, he now told me, he said, I know you are a pastor. He said, but you know that my son, he can even be in charge of your offering. Wow, I've seen things in this life. Interesting, because in church, people come and throw offering, pastors take dollars. That's the mindset. And that shows the reason why he was calling me. That his pastor, they are dashing them money. You just reported that this boy is here, who is smoking, is doing those things. He said the boy has the spirit of God. He has the spirit of God. Can manage church offering. Just like that. You can't do a lot with lot. You can't. Okay? I want to bring I want to show you a few complications around the subject of black tax. Is that okay? Can I show you some complications around that subject? Are you sure you want to hear it? Hear them? Are you sure? Number one. Once you get trapped with bills, both necessary and unnecessary bills. You will not be able to build substantially like your colleagues. You'll be left behind. Let this be very clear in your mind. One person cannot solve family problems. You can't. Anybody who tries to become El Shaddai shall die. You have just one life. Okay? You can't solve all the problem. Once you, listen. There are very few people that can accept your generosity and still understand that you are giving because you care, not because you have so much. 99.99% of people hold you to it, that you are giving because you have more than enough. It's a scamming system. So let me explain. One of the ways you know you're just giving money to scammers is that you don't give once. Nobody calls you to scam you and collect money once. So let me explain. One time, I landed in trouble. I wanted to make money quickly. So I just got somebody born again. I've suffered though. And I didn't know that this person did not born again very well. Didn't born again, it didn't enter. So the person just got access to scam me. Then he just called and said, Pastor, there's a matter. I'm importing some goods from America. And then the person who was to help me package those things, while he was packaging, the wallet fell inside. He's now thinking about it again. The wallet fell inside, and inside that wallet, the wallet contained, I think, about $50,000. And now the issue is that they have stopped it at the airport, and they're saying such money cannot be allowed to pass. Say, wow. Say, in fact, the person is saying now that once we can help him clear it and the money gets to Nigeria, say, I will give you out of it. Interesting. Like how much? In Jesus' name. Say, like $10,000, for helping. I sat down. I calculated $10,000. I'm going to open this and all that. Yes, I will put this in. I didn't have the money. I said, how much do you need to clear this goods? They said, for now, there's an emergency. If you can send 100,000. I didn't have 100,000. I called somebody I know. Somebody who respects me so much. Hey, I can't. I said, can you quickly, just give me 100,000. I don't have that amount, but there's my school fees. They just gave it to me. I have not paid, and I can give 50,000 of it. I said, bring it. I said, don't worry, we are going to be rich. I called somebody else, collected another 50,000, making 100 and sent to them. Then they called again. I said, the goods have landed in Nigeria, but now they have to clear it. And this. And then say, now we need 250,000. I don't have. I tell people I can gather another 150,000 and send to them. I kept telling them, relax. Money is coming. Money is coming. I didn't know. One day, I just noticed that every time they call me, it's more money. What's happening? So one time, they didn't know they have dialed my number. And I picked. Then the guy who had been speaking phonetics, speaking American English, suddenly I did hear worry broken English. Say, how far that guy, Namaga, he don't pay. Say, don't mind that guy, we'll go run him. I was for over 15 minutes. I was hearing what I was hearing. I was shaking. All the vision of the organization I'm going to open with 10,000, they vanished. I started thinking about how I'm going to explain. So you go explain, Taya, you don't get evidence. Voila. So finally, when they saw that, I found out that I've been on the line. They saw how long and what they've been saying. They cut the call and blocked my number. Both convert and convert friend, everybody blocked me. And the people that I borrowed from now started calling me for money. One up till the church elders now gathered. I said, Pastor Femi, sit down. We heard you collected money. That's one of the worst moments of my life. I paid the money. I paid the money. What did I even? I know I did many things. So be careful, sir. Be careful of offering to do what you can't afford to do. Sometimes it's because you have an agenda. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's one very, very serious moment. There are very few people who can deal with the fact that you are giving and respect the fact that you are only doing because you have a heart. So let me give you a balance. In giving to people, never let them have the impression that you have more than enough. Because sometimes you can be your own enemy. Okay? I know you are kind. I know you are good. It is kind people that die first in families. responsibility kills them. Without wisdom. Okay? So I know you are kind. I know you are generous. But add wisdom to it. Add wisdom to it. Okay? So you can be able to build. Add wisdom. You need wisdom to do life. That's the fact. You need wisdom. Okay? You need wisdom. I've told you what to do. Sometimes you to call. Let me ask you a question. If you look at your life right now, at least 5 people that you can call and say, I have a challenge, and we listen to you and give what they have. Do you have? Because sometimes people who are givers, we ignore them. We feel they are strong. You just leave them to rot. To have plans. And it's good to also have givers around your life. It's good to also have givers around your life. Have plans.
God is here.